It is the rhythm of the city, 94.3 WYBC. I'm Wanda Coppage with you for the Midday Workforce. You know, for the past couple of weeks, we've been speaking to representatives, those that are involved in all of the activities that's scheduled coming up with arts and ideas. Well, today I have another special guest with me. Her name is Jennifer Harrison Newman, and she's going to be talking to us about a wonderful experience coming up very quickly on June 21st. So, welcome to the show, Miss Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Great to have you. Now, as I mentioned, we speak to representatives that work directly with arts and ideas and then those that collaborate. You are with Yale Schwartzman Center, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so tell us about your position there and how you ended up working with arts and ideas.
Yes. So I'm entering my 6th year working at the Yale Schwartzman Center as the Associate Artistic Director.
Okay.
And my role here is really to work with the team to build out our programming. From day one is to use the arts as a way of creating wellness, collaboration, and belonging across the campus, but across the city as well. And so we've been really, we've been focused on collaborating with arts organizations that already exist in the city. And obviously Arts and Ideas, who is celebrating their 30th anniversary this year, is one of those arts organizations that we've been very, very happy to and privileged to collaborate with.
Nice. And it's your center, Yale Schwartzman, Arts and Ideas, and there's another collaborator as well?
So we are working with the New Haven Symphony Orchestra, also a frequent collaborator for us. They have a long history of performing in Woolsey Hall, which is, adjacent to the Schwartzman Center here, in the iconic Woolsey Hall. So New Haven Symphony Orchestra, Arts and Ideas, and Schwartzman Center are coming together for this project. And this project is actually one of those unique projects that does ask for that kind of collaboration.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was when I learned of this project, I immediately thought about how unique it would be to bring to New Haven and to have it here and to collaborate with these organizations.
The saying says, if you want to go far, go together. So I love the collaboration. And you spoke about existing already in the city. That's actually part of the name of the experience, the City of Floating Sounds. You have to tell us about this experience. Tell us all there is to know.
Absolutely. So the City of Floating Sounds is really just that. It is in 2 parts.
Okay.
So the first part asks you to choose one path. You're going to choose from one of 6 paths. And these paths are sort of a walking tour. And you choose that path. It can go, we have 6 paths in one, let's just say one of them you choose, and the longest one is about 30 minutes. The shortest one is probably about 15 minutes. And you're going to pick a path, and you will download an app on your phone that allows you to play just one stem. Each path is and each person who signs up is going to have a different stem from a pre-recorded orchestral movement. Huang Ro is the composer, and he has made this piece to try and make classical music more accessible, and sort of to take it out of the doors of a venue that many people might not enter in, or never feel like they know, like, well, why would I go see that, or what would I go see? But so he puts it into your phone. You choose your route, and therefore you then get one of the stems. You might get the violin section. Someone else might get the horn section. Someone might get the flute section. And so as I start my path, I may be with other people, depending on what time I get there. I may be alone, and I start wandering, and I have my own sound. And as I take my path, follow the map that's on my phone, and it takes me through my route. And the routes are designed to be meandering, right? So meandering gets us out of our everyday point A to point B. We got to get there, get done. This one lets us to float literally through the city while the violins are floating out into the sound. So it's not on headphones, so anybody you walk by can hear it. And then as I get closer to somebody else who is doing it, now my violin section is mixing up with somebody's horn section, and we're now in the composition together.
I love it.
And because there's 6 routes, if I start on route 1 and somebody's starting at route 6, eventually the routes meet. And then now you're in a full orchestra together walking, So you've
And
got
this music is playing.
and you're playing, and we end up right in the middle of the green together with this full orchestra playing. And the composer will be there, meet you all there, so everyone gets to hear this movement, meet him after, talk about what they just experienced. And I believe this really does allow you, when you meander and listen to music and you're following this meandering route, you're able to experience your city that you know so well in a different way.
Yes, you thought of everything with this. It's so intricate. It's interactive. I love that. One thing you mentioned, you said depending on the time that you start. So what time what's the designated time?
That's a great question. So right now, I'm going to just give you the estimated times because everyone will get an email with the exact specific directions.
Okay.
But it's going to be I would say no earlier than 5:45 p.m. on Saturday, June 21st.
Okay.
And you all will end up on the green just before, around 6:30. That's when the process will end. So, some people are going to be a little bit late. So we say, we're going to say we're going to buffer. If we say we start at 5:45, maybe some people doesn't really start till 6. But you all end up on the green by 6:30. And some people are going to walk a little slower. Some people are going to walk a little faster. Some want to pause. They might want to, meditate a little bit on something. So we give everybody a little buffer. And then the concert on the green will begin with a full evening program that's been created and curated by New Haven Symphony Orchestra and Perry So.
And that's part 2.
And that is part 2.
I love that. So to recap, take us through the process. How are we signing up for this?
That is wonderful. You're going to go to the Arts and Ideas website.
Okay.
You're going to select out of their events, City of Floating Sounds, Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to choose you're going to say, I'm interested. Today is Thursday. By tomorrow, the website will once you've been, so you're going to get an email that says now that you've said you're interested, now register for your route.
Okay.
And that will happen by tomorrow. And so you sign up, you say, I'm interested. Then you get an email that says, now sign up for the specific route. Choose your route. You can choose the route that's going to meander from Union Station. You can choose a route that's going to meander from East Rock, one that's going to meander from Dixwell, one that's going to meander through Rooster Square, one we're calling the Pearl Route, which celebrates significant locations in Arts and Ideas 30-year history. And then we have one that starts right here in the Schwartzman Center and goes through the building so that you can see our exhibitions that we have up. We have Shining the Light on Truth that's up. So you get to experience that building. That's one of our shorter walks. It's designed for someone who doesn't want to do a longer walk.
Right, right.
And the Dixwell route, for example, highlights really significant historical markers in the city, specifically around music and the musical history in New Haven.
And then after that is over and it's self-guided. The map
Correct.
is going to be on the phone.
Yep.
You will meet for part 2 on the green. Correct. This sounds like the perfect date night.
Perfect date night. Perfect family event.
Yes. And it's free. We didn't even cover the cost. It is a free event.
Free and open to the public. Anyone is welcome to come and join us.
I absolutely love that. And then Helen, is it Helen Hagen?
That's correct.
Tell us about the significance of her part in this and her being honored.
That's right. Helen Hagen is the first African-American woman to graduate from Yale, and she graduated from the School of Music, and she's a composer. And the route takes you past where her house was.
Beautiful.
Which is now a Wendy's, but at least right? So the point of uplifting, revealing that history. So you get to follow this route, the church she attended, you get to pass through where her home was, and then you get to go through past the School of Music where she was studied. So you go through Yale and you go through study, and her image, her photo is in our Shining a Light on Truth exhibition.
I
So
love
her
it.
image, you can see it on the second floor of the Schwartzman Center.
And this is June 21st. Is there a deadline where people need to register by?
That's a great question. So you can register now, do it now, don't hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
You have to register in order to get the app.
Okay.
So I would recommend you don't delay, but of course we will take people registering up to, I would say, Thursday of next week, because by Saturday, you want to know where you're going, you want to go to it, but you have time but I would say don't delay.
Don't delay. Get it done today.
Get it
I
done.
rhymed with
Easy.
that one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, for the breakdown, such great information. And again, artidea.org is where you want to start. So you can pick a day or pick a route, correct? Register for it, pick a route, and get it done sooner than later.
Yeah. So the first thing to do is just to say, sign me up. I'm interested. I want to do part 1.
Okay.
And part 1, City of Flowing Sounds, once you register there, then you're going to get an email that says, now choose your route.
I love it.
Yeah.
Jennifer Harrison Newman, we thank you so much. This is such a great experience. Arts and Ideas, they always come up with these new innovative ways to, like I said, make it interactive and make it fun for the city. I love this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Come see the city in a new way. Come experience it and listen to some music.
Thank you so much for your time. Family, you know what you need to do. You have your marching orders, so go ahead and get that done. But make sure you keep this station on because more music is on the way. I'm Wanda Coppage. Keep it locked. It's WYBC, the rhythm of the city.